As we last left off, we had just completed stage 6. Now it's on to stage 7. This is the castle courtyard. And we have a new map screen, and things take more damage. But this stage does at least have Aquarius. I love Aquarius. But, there is nothing good about this stage. Well, there's only one spot where I can really be worried. I do not want to use any sub-weapons, and you'll see why in the next room. And we're going to use Grant to help us out to get these hard-to-reach hearts. Oh my god, I missed my ride. I'm gonna have to wait for it to come back. Because I was too busy having fun stun-locking the electrical sphere. And I missed my ride again. We're just gonna need all the ammunition we need for the next room. This is my stop, thanks. Alright, 20 hearts. That should be plenty for this room. Because this room up here is filled with owls and hunchbacks. They'll constantly come your way, and you have to do some strategic tricks to get the owls out of the way. But they come constantly, and I have no definitive strategy on how to get by here. There we go. I hate that room. You'll see in the outtakes. It was at least better than my first attempt, anyway. So, with that strange out of the way, time to switch back to Trevor. Time to fight some more skull pillars and axe knights. And now, when you take out this one, make sure to whip to destroy the skull pillar before you take out the before you get the candle. Alright, one more hit, and that should be good. Now, this section up here, I'm going to use Grant just as a utility in order to get by. Get by these crumpling blocks. Now, these aren't crumpling. We will see some more later on, though. We will see some of those. It's just those platforms we saw back at the Haunted Ship of Fools. Let's shoot this guy. And then we switch back to Trevor, because, well, Trevor's awesome. And now it's time to fight more ravens. Now I'm going to use Grant here, because this section's a little bit easier. Trevor just makes me overwhelmed. Now here, you want to conserve these blocks as long as you can, because as you see, as you stand on them, they crumple. And we actually want to stay on the right side so we can get to these stairs. Alright. So we're almost at the boss, so we only have one last enemy to fight, but of course it's invincible. No real point in fighting it, but whatever. There's just some goodies over here that I want to get. Now we switch back to Trevor, because now it's time for the boss battle. Remember those coffins? Now there are 3 of them, and they introduce a new boss. But first, we're gonna fight the first ones they offer to us. Yeah, the mummies we've already fought. And guess who's up second? Cyclops. This is actually the last time you play against him if you take the path of Sypha. This has actually made a bit more of a tricky fight since now these blocks limit your jumping a bit. Those 2 sets of blocks right up there, they'll make it a bit trickier for an upcoming battle. Cyclops, I can easily deal with you though. Remember what I said about you in stage 3? Well, guess what? I was wrong. The third one, it's a bit to worry about. He's actually easier back in stage back in Castlevania 3 because he jumps higher. It's actually pretty fun fighting this guy with just the whip. But he takes a quarter of your health if he hits you, so be aware. But stage 7 is complete. Outtakes, anyone? I'm pretty sure you know where at least some of them are. A good number of them at least. Just see for yourself. This section right here, not fun. I mean, we have these owls that keep spawning. And there are these hunchbacks that keep coming, and who cares? I lost anyway. And oh, those hunchbacks, I hate them. Alright, I made it through. Ugh, come on! I will need a lot of hearts in order to get by this section without getting hit. I hate this section. That's exactly why I hate it. These owls that continually drop the hunchbacks. Alright, let's see if I can make it through. I know, it was that close. Seriously? And the only way you can get through this area is to strategically use Grant's axes to clear all the hunchbacks out of the way. I guess that's what I get when I have a hunchback facing other hunchbacks. Are you serious? And it still hit me. Uh-huh. I need to remember that trick that... Oh, and another thing about the axes, you cannot duck dodge them when they're in the air. Oh, and it still hit me. And using Trevor's makes me really nervous. And here they introduce us to something new, crumpling blocks. You'll see plenty of these in the later stages. And I already know a very irritating stage that I don't have the patience for, but why sell for patience when you can sell for downfalls? I didn't think that one would get me. Yeah. Time to fight some more skull pillars and fireballs. Why did that one get me twice? In fact, to get by this entire room. Because this is filled with these weird platforms that we saw back at... What the hell? What the hell happened there? The game glitched out. How did that platform not appear? I don't get that one. So, this place wasn't that bad, but there were still some places that could go wrong. Mainly that second room. And those hunchbacks with the owls is why I give this place a 5 out of 10. I mean, it's so tightly packed with all these hunchbacks running around. And the owls come constantly, all the time. And I was forced to use Grant there because of his troll squawing ability to easily dodge the low-to-the-ground owls. So yeah, that place is a pain. That place is all about luck. You just gotta have reflexes. You have to have Grant with the axes. But if you have Sypha, she absolutely cripples them. But that is a different story. Those tilting platforms are easily dealt with, as well as the red skeletons, and for once, the ravens. That crumpling block room, same. Although, those axe knights can be a bit of a pain in the tail. They can throw you off guard sometimes. And then you get to the 3-boss marathon, or whatever it is. This third boss does actually have an official name. Apparently his name is Leviathan. It actually took me a while to figure him out. It's actually a pretty fun fight too. Although in the US version it's actually a bit easier since he jumps high every single jump he takes. But his orbs are a lot bigger. But then everything about the US is harder than this one, isn't it? I mean, also those mummies and Cyclops, they were easily dealt with. There's nothing else to say about this place, but that place with the owls and the hunchbacks, and also those knights, they can be very painful. Now, with those tilting platforms, I'm still wondering what the hell happened with that last tilting platform completely out of sight. That was just a glitch. I have no idea how that happened. But anyway, 5 out of 10 seems about right for this. The stage can go either way, trust me, it can. So, with that, that's the end of this one, and I'll see you in Stage 8, the main hall. We'll be having a little deja vu, don't you think? But this is the Fartsa32 signing out, and have a great night.